Good afternoon and welcome to Injustice Investigations. I'm your host, Al Scott. We begin this hour with breaking news from out of Homer, Louisiana. A 19-year-old white male has been found in a ditch. When passersby found him in that ditch, he was alive. When they went to help him to get him to a local hospital, he was pronounced dead on the way. So an investigation in Homer, Louisiana is underway now to find out how the 19-year-old male actually died. Again, good afternoon, and thank you all for tuning in. Miss Hawkins, I see you're here. Good afternoon. Thank you kindly. Of course, we're talking about R.Kelly today, but before we get into R.Kelly, whether you plan a pregnancy or not, for most people, it's a joy to be able to bring a child into this world with someone that you really and truly love and would like to spend the rest of your life with. Very exciting time for many. But sometimes, exciting or not, that may not always be the case because Tyler Perry once said in one of the Muddear plays, "I've watched a dog give birth, but that don't make it a mother." Today, we're looking at a story from out of Culver City, California. A 6-month-old baby, they dubbed Baby Manson, died. Well, the baby's death is extremely suspicious. His parents were in a hotel in California. It's called the King's Motel. Now, the father alleges when he woke up, so New Year's Day, that the mother was holding the child and crying. He went, so he said, and got the baby from its mother, and he says the baby was hot to the touch. His limbs were limp. He wasn't breathing, and he was unresponsive. Naturally, the next thing to do is to dial 911 and try to perform CPR. They did neither. Here's what they did. They said they feared going to jail, so they actually did nothing. They both are drug users, methamphetamines, and marijuana, and a lot of drinking, they said. And they said they do that just about every day. They were in a stolen vehicle. It was in a motel. And after they realized the child was dead, here's what they did. They got some clothes together, and they dressed the baby, put shoes on the baby, got a black trash bag, and put the baby on the inside of the black trash bag. Then they took the trash bag and put it in a duffel bag. Then they put it in a rolling luggage where it stayed in the hotel that night with them because they paid for one more night. The parents and their dead 6-month-old baby is in the hotel. The next day, they went from place to place trying to find a place to put the body. And they eventually found the place. It was behind a Sears department store. And there they found a dumpster. And That's where they put the baby's body at, inside of that dumpster. Now, the police was later able to track down the individual that came and picked up the dumpster, and he said that the dumpster had a very foul odor on the inside of it, and he did notice that luggage, that it was dark color. So, of course, it was taken to the landfill. The police went, searched the landfill, and they could never find the child's body. But both parents have been charged with the child's death. How the child died. At this time, authorities don't know. They searched the landfill and couldn't find a body, but they did find traces of the body being in the motel room with them. So again, they said that they don't think straight. They stay high on drugs. That might have been the damn time for your ass to leave drugs alone and get your act together, whether you did anything to the child or not. But instead, to me, you looked at your baby as being an inanimate object, void of understanding, void of feelings whatsoever. You put him in a duffel bag, in a trash bag, and you pay for one more night, and you go and you start doing drugs. That shit don't fly with me. That you're not in your right mind when you're doing drugs. That might be true to a degree, but before you do them, you're in your right damn mind. If that baby being dead did not put you in your right mind, then nothing will. Nothing will. I mean, I just think that it's despicable, diabolical, and it's earthly sad. This 6-month-old baby did not actually come here. I've shared this picture and this story on our page. Very, very sad story, because when you look at him, all I'm thinking is that he's saying, what did I do? What did I do? And then you threw the baby away like it was just damn trash. I have absolutely zero sympathy for them. When I say zero, I mean zero sympathy for them. And whatever punishment is coming to them, whatever it is, still won't be enough. Even if they got the death penalty, it wouldn't be enough for what they have done to that child. You put the child in a bag, and you know he's 6 months old. We are supposed to, as parents, we are supposed to protect our children like Secret Service protects the President of the United States kids. Simply put, leave room for no error. That's how you protect your child. Nothing else. Anything less doesn't make any earthly damn sense. All right. R.Kelly, he's been quiet. Hadn't been on social media a lot since January, when his world began to fall down on him. R.Kelly will appear in court this Friday, the 22nd. He will appear with his attorney, at which time the attorney sent out a press release today that they are going to ask the judge to allow R.Kelly to be able to leave Chicago so that he can go and do some concerts. These concerts were in place. Scheduled concerts were in place before the allegations against him came up. So now, will the judge do it or not? I have no earthly idea. But we do know part of his bail was that he had to turn over his passport, and he did do that. Now, this is my personal opinion. If the judge says no, I think that's evil, because we have to use some damn logic here. You are supposed to be able to disattach yourself from emotions when you're dealing with any case. Your personal beliefs about that individual should not come into play. Now, common sense tells us he's still paying child support, but he cannot pay child support. He cannot continue to live. He cannot pay any bills if you don't let him work. So I think it would be somewhat picking if the judge says, I'm not going to grant that. Okay, well, how's he going to make any money to pay child support? He won't be able to. And then you're going to lock him up. And I think that's evil, cruel. That's just my opinion on it. Well, good afternoon, Kim. Thanks for tuning in. Good to have you there. So he will appear in court Friday to face the 10 count of the criminal sex allegations against him. And at that time, that's when his lawyer, Greenberg, is going to ask the judge to give R.Kelly permission to go and do some concerts. So we will see how that turns out. Now, many of you may not agree with me on this, but something R.Kelly did today, it kind of touched me. I watched the video. Now, I don't know if you all have seen it, but he did a live video singing and wishing his estranged daughter a very happy birthday. She turns, I think, 22 years old today. Regardless of what you think about R. Kelly, I just thought that was touching. And he said something to the extent about, I don't care what happens, I still love you. And I thought that was wonderful, because at the beginning of the day and at the ending of that same day, that's still her daddy, and she's still his daughter. So I thought that was neat. She has yet to respond to the video of R. Kelly singing to her, wishing her a happy birthday. He told her that he loved her, and that was it. I thought it was somewhat touching and stuff. I almost shed a tear. I didn't, but I almost shed a tear when I watched him do that video. Now, R. Kelly's daughter, Joanne Lee Kelly, was somewhat quiet when all this first came out. And people were somewhat getting upset with her because she had spoken out on the alleged allegations against her dad. Well, finally, a few weeks ago, she spoke. And I'm going to read you an excerpt from what she said. She said, "That same monster you all are confronting me about is my father. I am well aware of who and what he is. I grew up in that house." I don't know about you all, but that's very damaging. Very damaging. When the daughter speaks out as she did, and she's also supporting the alleged victims. You just wonder about their relationship. She says she grew up in that house, so we do know that her and his ex-wife has accused R. Kelly of abuse in the past and stuff. But that, depending upon how you're looking at it, I think that can be damaging in a courtroom if the prosecution wants to use what she said pertaining to her daddy. And one word in particular that they're going to pay close attention to when reading her letter. Incidentally, I've shared that on our Justice page as well. One word: monster. She classifies her daddy as a monster. Very profound word to connect to your father. But that's exactly what she said. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, I'm going to ask y'all something right quick. R. Kelly said something. And I just found it today. I don't know when he said it. It was recently, I'm sure. And I'm going to ask y'all what you think. Now, R. Kelly said when someone was talking with him, I think he was at a club somewhere, a party or something, I don't know. He said, "I'm handcuffed by my destiny. They should have done this shit 30 years ago. My music is already out there." Say it again. R.Kelly says, in answering to the allegations against him, he says, I'm handcuffed by my destiny. They should have done this shit 30 years ago. My music is already out there. Now, I know what I think it means, but I'm wondering, what do you all think it means? If that is used in the courtroom, I don't think it would go into R. Kelly's favor. You know, even if you know you're innocent, or you have power and you have money, some things I just don't think we should say. You would have expected for him to say, no comment on that. We'll just have to let it play out in the courtroom. I didn't do it. But I wouldn't expect for R. Kelly to say that I'm handcuffed by my destiny. So I guess in a spiritual sense, R. Kelly is saying that you can't stop this. You can't touch me. Y'all had 30 years to prove this, and you didn't. I'm handcuffed by my destiny, which means one thing. I'm going to make it where I want to go. There's nothing you all can do about it. Y'all should have done this some years ago. My music is out there. And he's right. His music is out there. And you can't change that. The music is out there. That's something that you cannot change. But some of these words can come back to hurt R. Kelly in the courtroom. That's why you have lawyer and publicists to speak, because you can say something that could really put you in the prison system. Dwayne says he was talking about trying to bring him down. Okay, exactly. I totally agree with you and stuff. So, but that too, I think when he says that, and that's exactly what he's talking about. When you're trying to bring him down. So that could lead someone to think that he's being high-minded. He's being sarcastic about what's going on. He thinks he's untouchable. My name is R. Kelly. Nothing's going to happen. I beat 21 counts. They dropped it down to 14 counts, and I beat them in 2008. This is nothing. This too shall pass. The prosecutor can say he's very damn cocky. Very damn cocky. And what we have to remember is that people that are watching this show, on other shows and videos pertaining to R. Kelly, some of these are going to be the jurors that's going to be sitting in that courtroom. They're going to be sitting in that courtroom when R. Kelly walks in there, and the judge says the cameras will be rolling in the courtroom. Just as R. Kelly when he appeared on CBS This Morning with Gail, and he had his outbursts and stuff. All R. Kelly was doing is speaking to potential jurors in his case. He wants them to see that he's hurt. And I believe he's hurt. But if he's guilty, he also has to realize one thing. You're fighting for your fucking life because you orchestrated this. This is something of your doing. The public didn't do it. You did this. You got away in 2018, and now they're alleging that you never stopped doing it, So that could come back, in my opinion, that could come back to hurt R. Kelly in the courtroom. Now, Jocelyn Savage, I don't know what to make. One minute she says, R. Kelly is not holding me hostage. I love R. Kelly. I told you leave me alone. Nothing's fine. I can go wherever I want to go. I don't want to be bothered with you all. I'm with R. Kelly. And then we hear words that allegedly she confided in friends and said, the first night, not the second night, not the third night, not the fourth night, the first night I met R. Kelly in 2015, that he sexually assaulted me in a hotel in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, if she said that, and I said this the other day, if Jocelyn said that, and if she's telling the truth, I know for a fact now she's not brainwashed. She's a damn idiot. She's super stupid. She needs to go lay on the sofa for a while because something is seriously wrong with her. He sexually assaults your ass on day one, and now you title him boyfriend? You need to go lay on the sofa. Seriously, you need to lay on the sofa. When she said that his agent, his assistant told her, strip down to everything but your panties. Strip down to your panties. And I want you to be walking up and down the room. And don't stop walking until he walks in. Allegedly, she did it. He walks in, sexually assaults her. I'm not saying, how can I say this without getting in trouble? What the fuck did you think he was going to want to do when he walked in and you're buck naked? You knew what he was going to want to do. Evidently, you wanted to have sex too because you stripped down to your panties. If you were there for your singing career, what the hell does me stripping down to my panties got to do with me putting a mic in front of my damn mouth singing a song? Nothing! Now, she talks to her aunt, a family member who's also her vocal coach, and says, R.Kelly's upset because I told R.Kelly that I told my parents that him and I had sex, and he wants me to lie and tell them that I lied about what had happened. And so she does that, and I've heard the tape, the audio of her and R.Kelly discussing it. It's on the page too. You be the judge of what he's saying. So now we know, allegedly, that R.Kelly is coaching Joycelyn Savage on what to say and what not to say. Now, here's the thing. I wonder what's worse. Us listening to R. Kelly have a conversation with Joycelyn Savage about saying you lied about us having sexual relationships, or Joycelyn Savage's parents becoming self-proclaimed pimps and pimped their daughter out to the highest bidder, which was R. Kelly at that particular time. So what's worse? He's telling her to deny you sent her to do it. You're pimps and you know it. They pimps. Nobody says anything about the parents. Joycelyn Savage's parents always focus their attention on the wrong that they are alleging that R. Kelly did. So I guess you pimping your fucking daughter out as a hoe is not wrong in your eyes. And it might not be. Because most people have done wrong for so damn long, they now think the wrong they doing is right. If R. Kelly's guilty, yeah, he needs to go to jail. If he's guilty, there's no way on God's earth Joycelyn Savage's parents are innocent. They played a role in this. They sent their daughters to her, to him. So don't come out now and try to act like you just fell straight from out of heaven and you know you're the damn devil on earth. As simple as that. You got to take the bullet for some of this shit. Parents have to do that. We can't keep focusing, R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did that. Well, tell me about the daughters going to R. Kelly. Tell me about Ezra's parent says that she left the house one night without their permission and she went to go see R. Kelly because she wanted to speak with him about helping her kick off her singing career. And when they spoke with her, allegedly, the girl got upset. She had previously tried to commit suicide. If you don't leave me alone, if I have to come back, I'm going to attempt suicide again. Okay, so me and my husband talked about it, and we left it alone because we said, she has attempted suicide before, right? And so we didn't want to be the reason she did it again, you know. So we just said, okay, well, in a few months, she'll be 18. So within a few months, she'll be 18. So in between then and then, fuck how she's living. You're not responsible for her. That's what you're telling me. In a few months, she'll be 18. So that's fine. But up until then, the law states that you are responsible. That's what the law states, not me. You are responsible. You. So your daughter is gone somewhere with an R&B singer who travels all over the damn world. Do you know how many people she's going to come in contact with? How much could happen to her? But you talking about in the future. She'll be 18. Well, today she's not. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Because if I was a judge, I'd make damn sure every parent, every child's parent that came in contact with R. Kelly got to be in that damn courtroom to talk to me. You have to be. For the almighty dollar, they pimped her out. just like others did. Pimp their daughters out to R.Kelly. So your crying don't mean a damn thing to me. I'm not moved by the things you say. I know right now you are also speaking to the jury, and you want folks to paint you all out as being loving, caring parents. That's bullshit. You said it don't matter a damn because she'll be 18 in a few months. So, if she gets raped now, that's fine. She'll be 18 and that's okay. That's what you're saying. It makes no earthly damn sense. So it's the pot calling the kettle black. R. Kelly's coaching her what not to say. You sent her over there to fuck him. Ain't no other way I can say it. I don't give you no sugar-coated shit cookies. If you don't like my language, you're on the wrong damn channel. Simple as that. I don't give you no damn sugar-coated shit cookies. Now, Jocelyn is double talking. So we don't know, do we believe her or not? To me right now, anything she said is suspect to me. Anything she says. I do know now that there is a suicide pact. The media has an opportunity to get things that people who are not with the media cannot get. And for the most part, it's a privilege. You have built up a reputation of being trustworthy, so they send you certain things and saying, don't let this get out, don't let that get out, but this here can go out, but don't send it out today, send it out in 2 weeks, blah, 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 and that's it. So, and then you get good people that you can rely on, that you call reliable sources, and they send you things that the public may not have. And I saw some things, and I read some things last night. There's a suicide pact. There is a suicide pact. And that's scary. That's scary. That these women love R. Kelly so much that they will agree to ending their own lives when told to do so by the self-proclaimed Pied Piper himself, R. Kelly. But I still don't think that Jocelyn and Azrael are brainwashed. I think they just adapted to the environments that their parents pimped them off into. And as I told you the last time, one thing that these two ladies do not want to do. One thing that these two ladies do not want to do. They do not want to have to do the walk of shame. And the walk of shame is going back to what it came from. With parents, with family. It's going to be embarrassing. They're going to be talked about. Any man that's got something going or trying to go somewhere probably won't want to fool with them. Because, they're just hoes. And that's what they're looking at. They're just fucking hoes. But if they do, it's for sex. And they know they're freaky. They know they'll do a woman. That's what they do. So, if they're lying about R. Kelly not doing this and not doing that, they're lying because they're thinking about their own welfare. They're thinking about their own life. Because if R. Kelly goes to jail, where they going to go? Can't get no damn job at CNN. I mean, come on now. Where they going? You don't have no money. You don't do shit. So I have to protect Kelly because Kelly is our bread and butter. We have to protect him by any means necessary. R. Kelly's publicist and crisis manager says that R. Kelly spends most of his days singing gospels, and I truly believe that, and looking out the window at McDonald's. That's something I don't think he should have said to the public, but he says he looks out there because it reminds him of his mother. And that might very well be the case, but with what kind of case is against R. Kelly right now, and it has been alleged that he would normally pick up a lot of his alleged victims at McDonald's, I wouldn't have said that. And him being a crisis manager, that he should have known, and stuff. So the cameras will be rolling again Friday when R. Kelly steps into the courtroom to answer to his 10 counts of criminal sexual abuse in Cook County. Now, is there still a federal investigation going on with R.Kelly? Absolutely, positively, unquestionable, yes. The feds are speaking with a lot of former employees of R.Kelly, trying to see if he flew underage girls across state lines for the purpose of sex. Do I think they're going to be able to pull that off with a warrant for his arrest on that? Absolutely. No doubt they're going to be able to do it. But as I told you the last time, we can't get into it now. That VHS tape, the VHS tapes, that they have, it might not be as easy to convict R.Kelly as you think. It may not be as easy to convict R.Kelly as you think. But you have to keep one thing in mind. And I'm going to say this every time I speak on Kelly. He didn't do it by himself. For over almost 30 years, it's impossible for one man to have pulled that off. So, are we to believe his alleged victims? Position determines perspective. What you see depends upon where you're standing. Simply put, for me, everybody is telling some truth and some lies. That's just my opinion. That is not a fact. I'm not trying to pass my opinion off as a fact. That's just the way I see it. Now, be it the Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we will see you tomorrow at 12:30. And tomorrow, it's an open conversation. I'm going to be taking questions from you all. I want you all to tell me any questions you want to ask about the R.Kelly case. Bring them on. And I want to know your thoughts about what you think is going on right now. And do you think R.Kelly should go to prison? And if so, how much time do you think R.Kelly deserves to spend in prison? And I'm real curious as to what some of you all have to say about the parents of these alleged victims. I really want to hear about that. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigation. As always, I thank you all so much for tuning in. You all enjoy your day.